Okay, so we got everything done on this thing. Okay, so here we go. We changed the color. We painted this green down here. My wife really thought that was a good idea, and it turns out I think it is a really good idea. So anyway, we kept the cabinetry, but we just painted it a different color. And then, like I said in the previous video, we got that hole cut out, but you can see now, once everything's in, you don't see any of the edges anymore or anything. The only thing I don't like is this thing tends to kind of bow right here. So I had to put a little extra silicone in there to kind of seal it up. Not that that's important. The silicone really just keeps it from moving around. But we don't want water, if water does spill over, draining behind there. So we kind of filled that up and went all the way around. One thing I would say is when we decided to once we figured out where we were gonna put the sink and when we went to go set it in place, we put tape around the edge of it, marking where the borders would be on these two edges. So then when we set it down in there, we could just line up those edges and press it down. That way we know that it's gonna be square. We squared it up before we got started, put our tape down, made sure everything was good, and then we went from there. And then we tried to center everything with this seam right here going up along with the mirror there. So, and then we changed out the color. We might change out our handrail over here and whatnot to a different color as well as that thing. Or we might use something else altogether. I don't know. But that's just kind of, cosmetic stuff that can be done pretty quick. I guess it's all cosmetic, but the sink itself did need to be lowered, and it is substantially lower now than it was, and it works really good. And I think for all intents and purposes, it should work just fine. With that said, it does have an overflow in the back, which I've never seen before. Kind of neat, but we'll see if that's a bad thing or a good thing. What else? I think that's about it. But just kind of an overview of the whole thing, and then kind of backing out. And then that's kind of what it looks like from the edge. We decided to keep the light exactly the same. We didn't touch it. But I think it turned out pretty nice. It's not, fancy or anything, but it's doable. And I think that's the main thing. The big key points in this video is, using a diamond saw with a circular saw blade to cut through that granite top. It worked pretty well. It's not perfect by any means, and it does produce a ton of dust. But on a budget, it works pretty good. If you looked at what it cost to redo this thing, with paint and everything and tools, we probably spent about $400. But that's a sink, paint, a new tool, a mirror, a lot of things, and we were able to get it done. Now, like I said, and there's that soap dispenser we'll probably change out as well. But overall, pretty low budget renovation. And honestly, we just used a sample size can of paint or jar of paint to paint that whole vanity. It goes a long ways, which was good. Overall, it turned out pretty well. We're pretty happy with it. And, the color just really is a lot better, makes it seem a lot bigger in here. And it doesn't seem so, monochromatic, the orange floor, orange wall kind of thing. So anyway, that's kind of what we did. And hopefully you guys liked the video. All right, bye-bye.